Happy 1-year incompetence anniversary, YouTube! That's right, September 15th marks 1 full year since I submitted my support ticket to YouTube about how they messed up my ad revenue. Yay! This video is going up a few days after the fact because I wanted to make sure I got all my information pulled together before I uploaded it. And also, I went to Disney World. I made a video covering my main issue with YouTube in more detail a while back. The link's in the description if you want to watch that, but here is a very quick summary of it. I was let go from my previous network due to utilizing copyrighted material in my videos, despite the fact that they are all satire and parody, because YouTube pressured the network to let me go. They told them to completely disregard video context due to a change in their copyright policy. A glitch in the ad revenue system has made it impossible for me to properly monetize my channel. If I'm not part of a network, all of my ad revenue goes to some unknown channel and possibly disappears altogether. This, due to a handful of circumstances, led to them paying some unknown party 2 months of ad revenue for my channel, or potentially funneling it all into an account that can no longer be accessed. YouTube has done absolutely nothing about this, despite a handful of other creators speaking up about having similar issues. They have never once provided me with progress reports, an explanation of the problem, or even indicated that they were working on it at all, and in fact have been very condescending and vague about the entire thing. So my 2 goals have been to 1. Fix the AdSense revenue glitch that will allow me to monetize my channel without giving a percentage of my earnings to a network, and 2. Get back the 2 months of ad revenue that I'm owed. But in all honesty, that second one's probably a lost cause. I mean, after all, it's pretty routine that some employers will walk into work one day, empty their pockets, shrug as hard as they can, and say, "Oops, I lost everyone's paychecks!" And then employees groan and they say things like, "Aw, shucks, again? Well, that's capitalism for you," and then they all have a hearty laugh. Now this is very upsetting, because YouTube is the premier platform for video creators. I mean, the most disliked video in the history of the platform was created by YouTube themselves, so they know how to get people talking. Also, swear words are of the devil, and literally no one on earth should ever be able to say them. So when your video makes absolutely no money because you said the F word, it's your fault and you are a bad person. And YouTube, champion of the people as we know, doesn't respect fair use, and would prefer to be the concubine of big advertising companies rather than a respectable platform of creators. Now, I know this one firsthand, since a good chunk of my videos are instantly demonetized or blocked worldwide, with any and all disputes and appeals being immediately declined. Oh wait, those are actually bad things. And so I'm happy to report that after 1 full year of filing reports, talking with my current network, emailing endlessly with YouTube partner support, and many other frustrations and problems, YouTube has done absolutely nothing! Wait, turn that off. Turn that off. That's the Price is Right theme. Turn that off right now. That is copyrighted. If I play that for more than 2 seconds on this channel, my channel will be taken down without notice, because they can do that because it's funny to them. I've received about 64 emails this last year from YouTube support. Each and every one of them says a variation of, "Hey there, this is the famous YouTube partner support team. We're still waiting for an update from the internal team on your issue, and we'll let you know when we do." I want to reiterate, that's 64 emails over the course of a year. I've stopped responding to any of them in about late November, and I don't think they've even noticed. My longest unbroken chain of support emails that I've received without responding back in any way is 26 separate messages. All of them communicating the exact same idea of, "We haven't done anything." Now let's sidetrack a bit so I can bring up something new that's happened in between all of this debacle. A couple weeks ago, I decided to apply for a verification checkmark on YouTube. Now there's currently a whole spiel on this subject going down, with them actively stripping large channels of their trademarks and making the requirements more vague because they're run by some of the most clueless people on the planet. But I still want to share my story because I believe it's a good example of patterns that YouTube often falls into. Before all of this pathetic flip-flop over verification requirements on YouTube, the requirement for a verification badge was 100,000 subscribers. Since my channel, when I applied, had well over 275,000, I figured this would be simple. Okay. Okay, that's the funniest joke I've told all video. I messaged YouTube support independent of my previous issue chain and told them that I wanted that precious social status validating checkmark and had well over 100k subs to earn one. YouTube support fired back claiming they needed documents supporting proof of authenticity. In other words, proof that I owned my own channel. This included things like a trademark license, a trademark document, or any other proof of ownership. Now, I was flabbergasted. Clearly, as we all know, YouTube should be smart enough to deduce that if the email I'm using to contact them for verification is the same one that was used to create and log into my YouTube channel, there's a good chance that I'm the owner of the channel. But even so, I responded back with a simple message that said something like, "Hello, I'm just a man. I'm not a company or a group of people. I'm just a guy. I made this account over 13 years ago and have been the only one to ever log into it since. What proof would you suggest I submit, seeing as I'm a human being and not a robot or a business entity? Any proof of my identity or the fact it's my Gmail or my YouTube channel or anything like that I can try to provide, even though you should already have that." I'm now going to read YouTube support's response verbatim. "Hi Andrew, thanks for your response. I understand where you're coming from. The documents we suggest are trademark license, trademark documentations, or any document that will prove the authenticity of the channel. I'll be happy to proceed if you have these documents." In other words, my question of what documents beside trademark licenses and documentation will you accept as proof was met with, you can use a trademark license or trademark documentation as proof. Since then, they've released another disastrously unpopular and bafflingly stupid statement on how they're reworking verification badges, but the question is, why do they do this? Why is YouTube so bad at making decisions to benefit the community? Why are so many creators constantly lamenting how much harder the system makes it for them to succeed and produce content? Why does YouTube seem to completely ignore any and all channels that don't have 1 million or more subscribers? Let's drop all the jokes and sarcasm for this part because I want the message of this video to be abundantly clear to anyone who fell asleep with autoplay on. YouTube is incompetent. YouTube is, in every single possible way, incompetent. In every community outreach effort they have provided, in every recent change they have made to their platform, and in every way they have tried to work alongside copyright law, they are fully and utterly incompetent. This is a sentiment I am not alone in. Every single other creator and every single other channel manager I have spoken to in my last 13 years of doing this has agreed in one way or another, YouTube has no idea what they're doing. They don't know how to provide for their creators, they don't know how to work in the interest of their community, and they don't even know how to fix bugs in their own system. It's gotten to the point where I haven't even unboxed my silver play button because the pride I feel of amassing such an outstanding audience doesn't outweigh the shame I'd feel of decorating my home with something that supports what I consider to be the most insultingly mismanaged website on the internet. Unfortunately, YouTube is also in essence a monopoly. No other video website, from what I could research, has traffic that even reaches 1/10 of the amount of users YouTube receives on average. YouTube is also the only platform with enough potential financial backing in it to provide the stable monetization opportunities that video creators are looking for. Other websites can compete in similar markets, such as Twitch and live streaming, but in terms of video uploading, no one comes close to YouTube's monolith of failure. This also counters the basic argument of, well, why don't you just move to another website? There's nowhere else to go. Especially since after literal years of trying, I've finally managed to grow a sizable audience coincidentally around the time this website started becoming a repulsive husk of what it used to be. In the meantime, I know a lot of you out there have been keeping up with my frustrations on this, whether it's through my disgruntled tweets or other videos, and I want to say first and foremost, I don't plan on drastically changing anything in the near future. I mean, unless YouTube decides to suspend my account over this video for, I don't know, criticizing them, I guess. Knowing them, they'll just make up a reason anyway. But video uploads will still happen. My channel's still gonna operate as it always has been. And I'll still continue to fight under immense duress to try to loosen YouTube's oppressive copyright chokehold that it has on its user base. Let's get to the part I hate talking about because I hate having to self-promote. But I hate this website even more, so it'll balance itself out. There's a couple of other places I regularly make content if you want to check me out and support me. I stream very regularly on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/HuggbeesTV. I stream roughly about 6 days a week. Sometimes I even stream behind the scenes editing, where I show you how I make videos, like how it's actually made and my other stuff. I'm also part of The Official Podcast, which is the greatest podcast God has ever blessed humanity with. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, patreon.com/theofficialpodcast, and anywhere else podcasts are for the most part. I enjoy doing both of these things a lot, especially since I don't have to deal with YouTube to do them. I also have a Twitter, @HuggbeesTV. Usually this is where I announce what game I'm streaming that night, or if I'm going to be at big events like conventions, gaming venues, whatever. But my DMs are also open, so if you want to send in suggestions for series that you want me to riff on, or specific episodes that you want me to parody, you can send me those there. Finally, on an unrelated but absolutely no less vital note, thank you for watching and having patience with my upload schedule. Sometimes videos I work on for days end up becoming completely unwatchable to the world absolutely out of nowhere, and I try my best to stay somewhat regular on my upload routine. My audience has recently exploded, and I feel really good about the content I'm making despite the platform it's on. So thank you to everyone who's been watching this, and just please know that I'm trying. I'm trying a lot. But when I get a little demotivated to put out stuff for YouTube, can you blame me? I don't know. Whatever. Thanks for listening to me rant. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye!